Why, hello there, my fellow explorers. Rodamon here. Thank you for tuning in to Starsector Nexerelin, Episode 13, Zumu. I like how there's almost nothing illegal to these guys. They're like, whatever. Black market. It's fine. We know. Oh, wow. They even have a open market Atlas super freighter. It's really hard to get super freighters moving fast enough to make them worth buying unless you also have a huge fleet. But super freighters, with their huge cargo capacity, makes moving loads of stuff really easy. Alright, as promised, I will check for a Paragon. We have about 2.5 mil. What I want is about $1 million or so to spare, because $1 million is a pretty good amount of money to help set up your initial colony. So that's the sort of everything else above roughly $1 mil to $1.5 million is kind of like slush fund money that I can spend on things and then always have a nice supply. So if I do find that perfect world to colonize, and the advantage of the colony is like it will start making you money if it's a good colony to have, and it you can exploit resources. They have an onslaught, but nope, they do not. They do not have... I do like onslaughts. I like the 14 onslaughts better than the regulars, considerably, but no Paragon here. I'm gonna see, given the amount of time that I've left, which is like very little, I'm gonna see if there's just something for me to do nearby. Tiny little bounty. I could probably handle this bounty. Maybe this bounty. Oh no, 20 other ships? Definitely not. That's too many. Let's see about exploration. So there's that. No, that was withdrawn. Also withdrawn. What is with all these withdrawn? That's for the Luddic Path. Screw those guys. Withdrawn. All the missions I have are withdrawn. Paragon or bust? Yeah, I'm not very good at using onslaughts. I mean, their built-ins are nice, but I would say the real penalties of the onslaught is that it does burst damage, but because it's a... Holy cow, whose fleet is that? Oh, it's gone. That was a hell of a fleet. But because it's a battleship, it doesn't exit the fight very quickly. So you end up, like, using all the burst fire and then just sort of sitting there getting shot at for a while. I mean, some of that is just, like, my fighting style is bad with it, but it doesn't get out of dodge very quickly. Nope. Nope. Not working for pirates. Not turning in my cores. Alright, let me go to Blue Crow and drop off all the organs that I have, I guess. You don't know enough about Starsector? You can always go to your intel to the ships and just look at the different ships that are available. But their stats alone won't really tell you how they handle or how fun they are to pilot. I mean, one of the issues with the piloting like really large ships is it takes just longer and more fuel to get from point A to point B. So sometimes it's just boring. I do kind of, even though it's boring, I do very much like the meta of Disco Ball Paragon spam. So Paragons are ships that are really large and have turrets pointing in basically every direction and a shield that pretty much covers the whole thing. So you end up just like sitting surrounded by ships, shooting lasers in every direction, and nobody can defend against you because you just have so many lasers. So it can be pretty amusing. That is a lot of nice installation stuff ready to go for when I do finally colonize. Was that pilot ever named? No, you were never named. Estervelli, sorry about that. Let me actually name you. There you go. And I'll stick you in a wolf. Before I forget. There was an officer to be hired here. He's target analysis. You know what? He's aggressive. I'm going to hire you. So, there's another raffle. Raffle right at the end of the stream. For the dude with a cigarette, which doesn't seem like a wise idea given that you live in a spaceship. Probably everything always smells of cigarette smoke in his ship. But, Aranak Memon? Here, you can have a wolf for now. So let's see if there's a mission or something I can do. Tri-tank, domain error probe, we'll take. And a supply cache, we'll take. Okay, so let's get those done. Nah, seems good. You think being in a tight little cockpit of a shuttle that all of the windows are tinted yellow because of cigarette smoke seems like a good idea? That's the one thing that all those movies from the 80s get wrong, is like everything in the 80s was like orange colored and yellow tinted because of how much people smoked. The inside of diners and the inside of like taxi cabs, everything was just smoke colored. You know, if Stranger Things was true to life, all the wallpaper would have been that like awful amber hue due to built up cigarette smoke. I remember visiting Grandma's house and choking walking in through the front door because it was so smoky. So, Archibald Star. What gate is closest to that? Let's see. Definitely the Wandays. Yeah, I remember when they illegalized smoking in bars, people were so pissed. I mean, I get it. If that's your like hobby and your pastime, and you have to like go outside, it's especially bad if you live in bad. Like if you lived in New England when that law passed, and you had to go outside during like New England winters, or if you live in like Minnesota or something like that, you have to go outside to smoke during the winter. Oof. If that's not reason enough to quit. I think people tolerate super hot over brief periods of time than super cold. Like, I lived in Southern California where it gets about as hot as it gets anywhere, and if you're outside for 5 minutes, it's not that much of a problem, especially when it's not super humid. But super cold? Oh, that's different. That hits different. You're like frozen to your bone and you don't warm up for like an hour after being outside. And I'm pretty cold tolerant, more so than most. So I have to go to the heart of an star system. It seems like a bad typo. Where are you going to? An star? You mean a star? No. An star. Did I misspeak? And I'll take the opportunity to just poke around and see if... Oh, desert world. See if there's anything worth colonizing on the way over. It's that human beings are better suited to be in warm environments than cold ones. I'll take your word for it. I will actually survey this. It sucks. Well, it doesn't suck, but it's not great. All these officers are bankrupting me. Oh, what do we have here? This might be it, dudes. Tundra, toxic, jungle, desert, gas giant. Oh, come on. Come on, survey good. Let me save. Oh, please. Please don't be a bust. There's so much potential in this system. All right, the jungle. Welcome to the jungle. Ultra rich ore. Yeah? Hazard of 125. Yeah? Yeah? All right, I'm even going to do the gas giant. Hey, you. Trace volatiles. So that sucks for... Oh, you know what? I'm out of, like, supplies to keep surveying. And Rage Dragon. You are the hyper-aggressive pilot. That is a perfect name for a dude who refuses to stop smoking cigarettes in his aggressive wolf. I guess I could do initial surveys. 175, but that might change. I'll have to come back with survey supplies. Because this Gamma Zumu is potentially very colonizable. It also has 2 stable points, which is nice. To add comms and nav relays or whatever. Has a gate kind of nearby? Oh, 3? Yeah, 3. 3 stable locations. Correct. 100? And then this one has ruins, so I could do ruin excavations. And I'm going to survey this one, because common organics, that's not terrible for organics mining. Ruins were a bust, but there is ruins. That's all that matters. The toxic world is, of course, toxic. That didn't surprise me, and I'll check out the other toxic world. Can you build gates? No. You have to find them. Unless there's something that Nex adds in that I don't know about, but I'm pretty sure no. The idea of the gates is that once upon a time, before the cataclysm of like the AI insurrection, the domain was powerful and wealthy and built gates and had technologies that were lost due to people messing around with AI and finding out that, oops, yep, they're stronger than us. Bit of a problem. So that is the TLDR of this game, is that they were once capable and then they screwed it up. Alright, I'm going to do something dumb, which is, even though I have no supplies, I am going to just keep going and hope that I find like a debris field that keeps us running. The fleet's probably going to fall to ruins by the time I get to Ann Star and then survey it and get back to the core worlds. But I accept that. Oh, see? Debris fields. That'll keep me floating for like another day. So what was this? This was a sensor, heart of the system. And it's a minor supply cache. So hopefully it's the supplies of like, well, supplies. A research station. Nice. With a single marine in it. Cobra wing and more supplies. See, it paid off. And more supplies. I don't know where they're going. They wanted to get the hell away from me quick. This is ruins. Ultra rich ore. And a little bit more supplies. I spent more searching it than I did gaining from it, but whatever. Whoa, there's a lot of stuff here. This is one of those jam-packed systems. There's a hyper shunt. So if there's a hyper shunt here, Gamma Zumu is only 8 light years away. Oh, yes! That is some synergy. So the hypershunts have a benefit range of 10 light years, so anything within 10 light years gets a huge power boost. I think we found home. I think Gamma Zumu is going to be home. Of course, I can't defeat the hypershunt guards, not yet. But that is amazing. That has a lot of potential to put me into easy galactic majority market share. Yeah, welcome home, as you say. I should not have dipped into the corona that much. Orbital habitat. Oh, here we go. No, I thought it was going to get more after that. Yeah, all this debris farming is keeping us running. So where is this stupid supply cache? You'll be making millions in no time? I know, man. A hyper shunt. Oh, God. That corona's huge. A hyper shunt and that, like, super solar system. Okay, I think it's in the corona. So here we go. This sucks. Wait, it's... Oh, there it is. Eh! Yeah, that was not worth the money. Oh my god. Did that wreck the fleet? Mining station? Mining station! Autonomous mantle bore. It increases ore, transplutonic ore, and organics production by 3 units. It can't be used on a gas giant, and it's non-habitable. So it is... I'm not sure how to use that, but it sounds cool. There's also 10,000 metals here, which is kind of a lot of metals. And despite the fact that I have low supplies, I'm going to put it in a stable orbit. This system has been just chock full of stuff. This used to be probably a really... Oh my god, there's so much going on here. Used to be probably humming with industry. I mean, why else would you have a hyper shunt, right? Don't do it, pirates! You're not even making an attempt to chase me. These are the oh, there you go. I'm gonna say they're the laziest pirates. They just interdict pulse me and then meander towards me half-heartedly. Dead Squall, thank you for the resub. I did see pings out here. Oh, I think they're back by where the pirates are. I'm gonna save because I don't want to get jumped by pirates. I'm scared. Oh, that's them! Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Ha! Eat dirt! Or space equivalent of dirt. Eat my space dust. Okay, let's pop on out of here. So on, the Blue Giant has a hyper shunt, and then Gamma Zumu is super colonizable. I still haven't even surveyed it all because I simply just ran out of supplies. So I am going to go a little bit over time and finish surveying Gamma Zumu to get a full accounting of how good that system will be. I'm just looking for gates. See if I can't just be lazy. Because if I can find a gate near Gamma Zumu, even if it is like 10 light years away, that's going to be amazing. A distress signal. And no one's here. That's not sketchy. Oh, is this the trap? Nope. I think that's just sensor garbage. It's not a real fleet. I will recover you, because I'm out of storage space. I'm going to move a lot slower with that in tow. Oh, there's ruins here. And there's this debris fields and... Okay, we need to get back to the core worlds. I am... Oh! Hi. Another cigarette smoker. Trading fuel for heavy armaments? Sure. Oh, keep the organs. Just the metals. It's a lollipop? Oh, is it? Reminds me of the, like, the bubblegum cigarettes that they used to sell. That I'm sure Big Tobacco had a huge hand in bringing to market. I don't have space for a mining station stuff as much as I'd like to explore that. I'm just going to leave it intact so I don't have to spend more supplies. I don't think that I know of any gates nearby, unfortunately. Oh, no. So that's the one downside of Gamma Zumu, which is down here. It's kind of near the Delta Wande gate, but, like, not really. So I will have to poke around all the systems to make sure that there's definitely no gates around. Or Big League Chew, yeah, like fake chewing tobacco gum. It was just bubble gum, but, like, it was trying to make it trendy to look like you were smoking, right? It's like the equivalent of, like, you wouldn't sell candy to children that look like heroin needles or like a bump of cocaine. I mean, that's just inappropriate. So why sell tobacco products, or why sell things that look like tobacco products? That don't make no sense. It's probably why Juul is getting absolutely massacred by what is it, the FTC, who's going after them for like $5 billion for marketing to children. And they actually stopped. I mean, not that I'm saying that they're innocent, but they were called out for having like fruity flavors for and they stopped, but then the rest of the industry started to do it with fruit flavored tobacco stuff. Right. Given historically that Hispaniola is the area that always needs metals. Yep, deficit 6K. You don't say. I don't know what's happening to that poor planet, but it is constantly in the most dire of need. That, like, I don't even really need to check. I think they're just suffering pirate attacks like every hour on the hour, as if it's like V2 rockets being bombing. In either case, I am happy to supply them with metals and make big profit. A Lord of War, if you will. Don't touch me! Oh, piss off. I have that Colossus that I rehabbed in tow, and it is slow. So 200K for that. And I'm lazy, so I'm just going to sell everything else here. I'm going to keep the survey data and throw them out. I'm still paranoid about that. I am sure it's unnecessary, but, like, why chance it? Alright, I did say that I would finish surveying there. So let's get to that. There is a deficit of organs, though, in 400 deficit in Garganerion. So I'm going to try to do some black market organ selling. You know, like you do. Or maybe the Luddic Path. I mean, I'm black marketing. I don't really care who I sell to. Highest bidder. I think the Luddic Path also wanted to buy 400, so I'll take 800 and sell it to those guys. And that will set me up for definitely being able to afford a Paragon, without a doubt. Oh, I forgot to get rid of that stupid... Maybe I'll just No, I'm going to sell it. I'm not going to rehab it. Okay, so I have the organs. Oh, the supply got supplied already. Man, they're so fast. I look away for a second, and someone's already given them 400 organs for free, or for profit. So I'm heading to Zephar in Garganerion, or whatever it's called. Something close to Garganerion. Up here. Why sell the Colossus? It was slowing me down. Given what I can afford, I don't really need to be slowed down for no reason, unless it's a ship that is absolutely amazing. So going in dark. Trade. 220. I can't believe the open pirate market I'd have to pay tax. Like, I'm sorry, but you're pirates. What? Explain that again to me. And profit to be had. So let's get back up to Zumu and do all of that lovely surveying that I said I would do to figure out how wonderful it is. Pirate tax with the Pirate King? I guess that plays. You know, the cartel's got to pay something, right? They got to have their hand in the pot or something. I don't know. Yeah, so once you have about 3 million, the cost of a $50,000 ship that slows you down just isn't really worth it, in my opinion. Because in a given hour, I will make more money by moving quicker than the cost of just buying a ship that isn't broken. Does that make sense? It just doesn't make sense to be anchored for no reason. I didn't remember suspending repairs on your ship, though, so sorry about that. Looked over and your ship was totally busted. You quit smoking 2007? Smat. Whenever you couldn't afford rent. Sorry to laugh, but yeah, I know a lot of people that were gone through that same exact path, which was an addiction they couldn't kick until they couldn't pay for it anymore. Or until they really bottomed out. That's when it's really sad. Cigarettes usually don't bring you that far down. Alright, Zumu. Let's survey you. I can't imagine spending... There might be systems better than Zumu, but I can't imagine wanting to spend more time to try to see if that's true. One of my best friends in high school, when we were in high school, was like, smokers are dumb. And then he went to college and he started smoking, and it took him like a decade to shake it. That was hard to watch because he was like more than a pack a day. It was bad. All his money went to it. He had no money left over. Not all his money, but, you know, too much of his money. So these desert worlds aren't farmable, or at least not the ones I've surveyed yet. Which doesn't really matter, because there was that jungle world, so that's not prohibitive at all. The way that the economy works in this game is actually really strange. It goes in... It's like logarithmic, in that if you have a farm that's producing like 5 to the 7th goods, and farms that produce like 5 to the 6th goods, the farm with the... I'm explaining this poorly, and it's going to be a lot easier to show when I have a planet to actually show you. But that's... Production is measured in, like, 10 to the 7th, or 10 to the 4th, or 10 to the 5th. And... It's, Can I show from here? Maybe I can. So, I will show you a world. Let's go to Kigamang. And then to Grandminster. Can I see... I guess I can't see production like that. But yeah, it's... My point being that it makes way more sense to exploit resources from one world well than many worlds poorly. So, if I'm going to be colonizing... So let's analyze for colonization in Zumu now. Now that I'm, like, done... Am I done surveying? Yeah, it's a fully surveyed world. So... Yep, full survey data. How do I get out to that screen? Here we go. So, the jungle world is ideal for... It's adequate farmland for food. It's hot, so that I could do the cryolithic engine there, but probably wouldn't. There is a tundra world for common organics, trace volatiles. It's cold. It has farmland as well, but it's poor. I think it would help if I had... Actually, I'm going to go back to my my storage, because it helps to put this in context with the improvement installations that I have access to, because it's hard to envision what things are going to be installed without that. And also, that will allow me to show you like how to measure production, because production is really... It's unique in this game, and maybe a little counterintuitive at first. Like, I definitely didn't know what was going on when I first started colonizing, that's for sure. And, Miss Mayhem, thank you for the resub. Quite kind of you. Don't jump there. I must have misclicked and it was like, oh, okay, we'll start traveling to Mangrila. You're actually catching a stream for a change? Yeah, I know, I'm streaming late. Oh, transponder. Yeah, whatever. Sorry. So here is what I'm talking about. the population of this world is 10 to the 7. And can I see the production colony info? Yeah, sort of. So, for instance, a 10 to the 7th world is going to have more people than like 8 10 to the 6th worlds. So when you're thinking about production and thinking about supply and demand, you have to consider the exponent more than anything else. So the exponent here is 7th, which means that Tyrion here is a massively populated world compared to most of the other planets probably in this sector. Like, how do I see that the intel from here? Well, my point being that when you're thinking about settling, it's going to be really important for you to consider productivity to that exponent. Click on the resource to see the market. Oh, I have a potential contact with pirate. No thanks. Not going to develop that. I think that's someone I was just smuggling to. All those organs or something. Click on the resource. Yeah. No, that doesn't give you... Colony screen M. That's administrators. I don't know. Maybe I need to start manufacturing stuff to be able to see that. But yeah, it will make more sense when I start colonizing. Bit of a cop-out of an answer. Go into the I'll go into the colony at Blue Grow. Because I'm already jumped out. I was getting confused fussing about their UI. Because there's a lot of nested UI elements that I often overlook or forget about. So I'll go over to Bezel and we'll... Oh, what are you pathers? Get out of here. Okay, fine. I'm gonna be stuck in a fight. Sorry. Slight delay. Gotta kill some Luds. A bonus fight, if you will. Get off my wolf! Hope the wolf knows to disengage. He's gonna get shredded by a hammerhead. How is that how fast is this hammerhead? I can't catch him at all. Wolf, get out of there, man! That's the really aggressive chain smoker Esterveli. Here we go. Someone your own size, huh? That's what you get. Pick on a Cervelli, you get the bomb. I might not even have to fight the remaining fight, because the other ships are getting pursued. The hammerheads are the same class size as as my ship. They're both destroyers. Cruisers are considerably larger. How has this wolf not killed this kite yet? And my 4 ships haven't taken out the hammerhead? The 4 demodded hammerhead? Come on now, that's not even a fight. Yeah, there we go. Now that I'm watching, all of a sudden they, Boss is watching! Look busy, look busy! I know how it is. You guys were fake fighting until I showed up. Oh, Eisendragon just leveled up. Everybody's level. Oh no, the other two are maximum. You can get point defense, helmsmanship, ballistic, or gunnery. I'm gonna have you guys choose. So one, so far she has, she has shields, and she has more damage to large ships. So should she get point defense for damage to fighters and missiles, helmsmanship for maneuverability and top speed, ballistic mastery for more ballistic damage, or gunnery implants for leading accuracy and ballistic and energy weapon damage and lowered recoil. So colony info. M. Oh yeah, here it is. Thank you. Yeah, so you can see how many units they're making, their population. So this is Bezel's a population of 10 to the 6th. I guess it has, they're making food, lobsters, you know, so on and so forth. All right, so the last thing I wanted to do is to look at all of the special things that I can install. So for instance, fusion lamps make cold planets warmer, but it does demand volatiles, and also fixes darkness and poor light, but I don't think any of the worlds over there had that. Light industry. This improves farming as long as there's no transplutonic ores or volatile deposits. So if I take a look at the map here at Zumu, I don't think there's a way for me to see both, so it's a little tricky. But there are no transplutonics on Zumu, so the soil nanites I can install. So Zumu would be a good planet to farm on, or to mine for rare ore or regular ore. Honestly, it's a good farming and mining planet, both. The cold planet here, this tundra world, there's 2 tundra worlds. So the larger tundra world has widespread ruins and a low hazard rating. They both have low hazard ratings, actually, so I could hypothetically colonize both. But the larger one has ruins, which allows for tech mining. And I could warm either one of them up. One has trace volatiles, which makes fuel mining volatiles. I think. So this system doesn't really have good volatiles. So it's not going to be like a good place to do for fuels. This desert world is pretty worthless because it has high gravity, which kills the hazard rating and makes it less accessible for trade. But I could still definitely see colonizing Gamma Zumu, the jungle world, and then also maybe one, if not both, of the tundra worlds. And I'm sure there are likely other colonizing candidates around the Gamma Zumu that might make up for it. I haven't surveyed a lot of it, but there's this desert world that doesn't do much. Yeah, there's a lot of unknowns around here that I haven't explored. So there's possible places to set up fuel production. If I even care about that, if I'm profitable enough that I don't even really need to make my own fuel, I can just buy it. We could always go that route too. But if I do have a gamma shunt, or I do have a coronal shunt, I should probably have a way to source volatiles and transplutonics easily. So that's something to consider is if we do end up tapping this blue giant, I'm going to need a lot of transplutonics for the tap. So taking a look at the requirements that we all have, the transplutonics keep the hypershunt tap going, and then the yes, it's the orbital fusion lamp, which negates cold, extreme cold, poor light, and darkness, which requires a lot of volatiles. The cryo-arithmetic engine doesn't have that kind of input. It doesn't require resources, which is nice. And I don't think any of the other installations here require resource input, like the shunt or the lamp. So I don't have other things to consider. But there you go. It looks like we're going to do implants for you. Make you shoot better. Cool. And they're reckless, so that's really nice that they're reckless and accurate. And that about wraps it up. I am pretty excited because I think we're in a position where we have a pretty obvious spot that we're going to set up an initial colony. And all I really need to do is to find a gate around it, and then maybe find a volatiles processing area around it as well. Thank you for tuning in to Starsector Nexerelin, which originally streamed live on Twitch, September 29th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, roleplaying.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join the gaming community, roleplaying.com or the description of this video have a link to Discord. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that made it to the credits. I'll catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell.